Today, I'm going to show you how to create these DIY light up Harry Potter core mats. The things we need to create our light up outdoor mat is one natural core doormat, and this is an 18-inch by 30-inch doormat that I picked up at Home Depot, but you can also get these at Hobby Lobby, Target, IKEA, Lowe's, and I'll also put a link to one in the description on Amazon. We're going to use a couple different colors of Flex Seal. So we are going to use some yellow, brown, clear, and black. I'm going to use a drill as well as some painter's tape. We're going to make our stencil out of some vinyl, and I'm using the kind that you can get at the Dollar Tree. We will need some scissors and some pliers, as well as an outdoor set of battery-operated LED lights, and this is a 50 count set. We're going to use some super tough black duct tape and a lint roller, as well as a chalk marker or a silver or white Sharpie. Finally, you will need a Cricut or a silhouette machine to cut out the stencil that I have provided, and the link for that is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win one of my potion bottles? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion giveaway. But for the months of June, July, and August, I'm also doing a second giveaway just for my patrons. And this Lumos Light Up Outdoor Mat just happens to be the item that you can win in June. So one of my lucky patrons will win this Lumos Light Up Outdoor Mat as well as the scatter rug that is underneath of it. So if you would like a chance to win one or both of these prizes, then consider supporting me over on Patreon. Link is in the description down below. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take our vinyl, and we are going to cut out the design on either a Cricut or silhouette machine or some other type of cutting machine. And if you don't want to use vinyl, you could also use the freezer paper method, where you cut it out on freezer paper and then you have to use an iron or a heat press to press it onto your core mat. But honestly, I find that the stickiness of the vinyl usually is a lot easier than trying to press on all of the freezer paper. But either style will work just fine. Okay, so the first thing I did was cut out onto my vinyl our design. And I broke it up in such a way that I added these little square markers in the corners that will allow us to line it up onto the core mat correctly. Now, we are making this a light up mat, so in order to do that, we're going to flip the mat over, and we're going to flip our design over, and we're actually going to put a dot on the back for each individual star so we know where to drill a hole to push our light through after it's been painted. Okay, so like I said, I flipped my mat over and I have my design so it is face down, so that when we flip it over and it's face up, it'll be the same. And all I'm going to do is take a chalk marker, and I'm going to put a little dot in the middle of each of these individual stars so I know where to drill my holes. Okay, and now that I have all of my stars plotted out, I'm now going to take my drill, and we're going to drill through those marks. Now that I have drilled all of the holes, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and then we're going to get rid of any excess core with a lint roller. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a lint roller to just get any excess pieces off of the front of this. You could also use some duct tape, anything like that, but we just want to get any of these little excess pieces of fiber off of here. Before we go ahead and start to paint the top of this. Okay, so now that I've gotten the excess pieces off of here, we can go ahead and put our stencil on. So I have peeled the backing off of part of this, and we are going to line it up in the corner with our little square so we know where it sits. Okay, so this is the section we are going to do with yellow for our little magic stars. Okay, so now that we have our stencil down, I'm going to go ahead and spray my yellow. It's really important with the Flex Seal to make sure it's shaken up all the way, and I am wearing a pair of gloves just to be safe. Now, for those of you that don't know, Flex Seal is a liquid rubber sealant coating, and it is sometimes hard to find the different colors, but you can always find white, gray, and black and then clear. So if you need to, you could always do just white for this or anything like that. You can also just use outdoor acrylic paint with a stamper if you'd like. I just find that that is really time consuming. This is super quick and it holds up really well. So I found this yellow at Ace Hardware, so I'll put a link to some on Amazon if I can find it, but if not, just know that that's where I got mine. So we're just gonna make sure that everything is pressed down really well, and we're gonna go ahead and start to spray. And when we spray, we're not going to do a back and forth motion. We're actually going to just do quick hits to get nice, even coverage just on that area. Okay, and then once you do that quick hit, you can go back and kind of add any extra yellow to any areas that look thin. Okay, so I think that all looks pretty even. And because this is a rubber sealant, you don't want to leave your stencil on too long because it'll actually try to adhere it to the mat with the rubber Flex Seal. So I'm going to let this sit for just a couple minutes and then we're going to go ahead and peel it off. As you can see, we got a really great transfer. So now I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. It takes a good couple hours for this to get dry enough that you can put your next stencil on. So we have our brown wand that's going to come here, and then our Lumos words will be black down here. So we'll be able to do both of those at the same time, but I'm going to let this sit for a couple hours and we'll come back and finish it up. Okay, so it has been a couple hours now and everything is nice and dry. It's all hard and it really set up nicely. So we're going to go ahead and put the other two stencils on so that we can continue with our brown and black. Okay, so now that I have my stencils down, I'm going to spray the brown first. So I'm going to cover up part of the Lumos, and then we're going to go ahead and spray the black. Okay, so now that we have the brown done, we're going to go ahead and spray the Lumos with the black. Okay, so as you can see, we have our really awesome Lumos mat. We're going to let this dry completely, which will take just a couple hours, and then we're going to go ahead and insert the lights. Okay, our mat is dry, and we are able to go ahead and start to do our lights. So the type of lights I'm using today are a battery-operated outdoor LED light, and I picked these up on Amazon. It was a 4-pack, but I love all the modes they have. So it has 9 different modes. It has combination, in wave, sequential, slow glow, chasing flash, slow fade, twinkle flash, steady on, and off. So I love all the functions they have, and it is an automatic timer one. So whatever time you turn it on, it'll be on for, I think it's either 5 or 6 hours, and then it'll turn itself off, and it'll just keep coming on the same time every day until the batteries die. So that's why I decided to go with these lights. Now, you will notice that the ends are quite long. So this is longer than the mat. So we are going to use our pliers to bend each of these lights like this, and they still work. But we're going to bend it like this so that when we stick it through, this part isn't hanging out of the mat. It just is right to the top of the surface of the mat. And I'm using a pair of pliers that are smooth on the inside so it doesn't give those little ridges. But if you only have regular needle nose pliers or whatever, it'll be fine. Just be careful. Try not to crimp it too much or cut the actual sheathing. If you do end up ripping or cutting the sheathing on here, use some electrical tape to cover it back up. I personally haven't had any problems with that, so I'm going to go ahead and go through and bend all of my lights. Okay, now that I have everything bent, we're going to flip this over, and then I'm going to start to stick my lights through the holes we created on the back. Okay, so I just have a few strung. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over just to show you what those lights look like, and then we'll string the whole thing through. So I just want you to see how our lights are going to work through the core mat, and I think it's going to be just magical. So I'm going to go ahead and finish stringing these through. Okay, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I have fed through all 50 of my lights through the back of my mat. Now we are going to tape over all of this with our duct tape, but before I do that, I'm going to flip it over just to make sure that we don't need to realign anything, and we'll get to see what it looks like fully lit up. Okay, I have flipped my mat over, and we're going to light it up. Oh, I love it. I think that is so fun. Something super magical to have on your porch. You can run this the whole year round or just in the summer, or you could make a special Christmas one or Halloween one, anything like that. But I just think this is so fun and so cute, and I just love how you can't see that the lights are in there during the day or when it's off, but you can definitely see them when they're lit up. So super cute. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and flip this over, and we're going to tape everything down just to make sure that it all sits flat and is covered and the cords are protected. Okay, so I'm going to use some heavy-duty black duct tape to just go over everything. Okay, so now that everything is secure and safe, our mat is done. Okay, so for all intensive purposes, our mat is done, and you could leave it just like this, but I want my mat to last a really long time, especially because we just put that much time into it. So I am going to use the clear Flex Seal to do a top coat over the whole thing to just give it another layer of protection. This is going to keep the core pieces from flaking out as much or getting all over the place or breaking down, because it's just going to give it another little barrier. It doesn't mean that it won't break down. Eventually it will. However, this is just going to give it another layer of protection that's going to make it last a little bit longer. Okay, so we're going to let this dry, and our mat will be ready to go on our porch. And there you have it, our beautiful, magical, light-up outdoor mats. These are perfect to just add a little bit of magic to your front porch. It's great for all times of the year, but I just love how this adds a little bit of something extra to your front porch. And you could do this with any mat. You could make any type of design you'd want on here. You could make one for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, you name it, you could make it. And you could even buy one that's pre-done, and then you could add the lights yourself the same way we did here, and you could put a top coat on it just to make it last longer. And I thought while I was out here, I would show you another style of mat I decided to make as well. So besides the Lumos mat that we made together, I also made an Aloha Mora mat, and I do have the template links in the description for this as well. I will say this one is a little bit more time consuming because there's more colors, there's more into it. So it is a little time consuming. You do have to be patient, and you have to be very careful when lining up your stencils to be able to create it. but it's totally worth it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.